So this is,
Oh yeah, you can see the trout right down in there.
yeah, so this pool is one of the best pools in this whole area. So somebody was fishing corn here, see that?
Oh, Lord.
So let's start with the heavy bead, guys, and probably the best thing to do is just take turns catching fish here.
Now, do you start at the front or start at the back and look through?
Well, what I'll do is I'll rig up one fly to go deep.
There he goes again, or
I'll rig up one fly to go deep, guys. So that chute right there, you've got to send it over and let it fall back into it. See the power bait?
Yeah, they just throw it everywhere, don't they?
We'll clean up before we get out of
too.
here. So my thing is I leave a place cleaner than I found it.
That's a good rule to go by.
So I'm going to set this real deep. So John, what I'm going to do is position you here, and I want you to put it out there and let it go into that deep cut, okay? I'm going to add more split shot to your rig because you see how deep that spot is. And then Jackson's going to be up here in the shallower, that fast moving chute.
There's horses over there.
Horses?
Yeah.
Just got to be careful that you don't hook each other. And remember, guys, when you set, I mean, it has to be firm, but it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to push that rod far, because you just think about how short that point is. As long as it's firm and it's fast, it'll do the job. You don't have to bass set these fish. I had one guy that was doing that. He was bass setting them and he was breaking them off.
What size are these things?
This hole has anything from 2 inches on up to 20. So I had a client peg one of those 20, but what he did was he got excited and I said, don't pull so hard, and he pulled really hard and he ripped the hook out. So if you hook a big fish, just keep tension on him and take your time. It's like fighting any big fish, you know? And then there he is. Oh, there yes, take your time. Take your time, take your time, take your time. That's the one we're after.
There we go.
That's our keeper. Yeah. You got the creel bag.
Oh, that's in the car. I gotta go get him.
Let me get that rod a little higher now.
Go around.
Strip him in gently if you can. Ooh, that's a big
That's
fish.
a big trout there, Daddy.
I'm not going to grab the line because you know what happens when you do that? You pop him off. So when he starts tiring out, you got to get his head above the water.
There we go.
Oop, there he came out.
Well, that worked out perfectly.
That's barbless for you.
Yep. That's a good one, mate.
That's a nice one. How many people you got staying with you?
4.
Yeah, 4. My brother and his wife.
And a dog.
Does everybody eat fish?
They
Yes.
do. We had some last night.
Was it trout?
Yeah, but
It wasn't the best.
Get your rod up and step out a little bit farther. So what
That's a
you do
good
is
trout.
when it's floating downstream, you
Rainbow.
elevate that rod so it goes on down below you while keeping drag out. Does that make sense? So lift some more line off the water, and that will help it get carried down, okay?
Now, do I dip this thing in the water to keep it cold, or?
Yeah. And then what we can do also when we're done fishing the top side is we can change positions and get down below. That might have been a hit. Get down below and then throw the fly up it and float it back to us. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's less than ideal to do a downstream float. The best shot is upstream and float it back down. Oh! Well, you set the hook like you meant to.
Yeah, yoinker.
Hey,
All right, Jackson. You ready? You got your game face on?
Yeah.
Position yourself right there. And up in there is going to be the sweet spot.
That hole right there?
That's the hole. Be ready. I'm just right behind you. Put the rod high. You gotta follow it down. There you go. There he is, there he is.
There was something.
Oh, got another nice one. Take your time with it. Take your time. I might change to that pheasant tail because you should be doing better there. I believe that's a wild one, isn't it? No, yeah, he's wild. Yeah. So you see his fins are all in the back. That's how you know it's wild.
Oh, got one.
Is that a big one?
He's fair size.
I don't think that's small. No, that's a big one.
That's a good trout.
So I'm gonna have to put another fish in the net now.
Well, we got to take pictures of this one.
Yeah, we better take a picture of this.
All right, I'm swinging them around to you now.
Look at that.
There we go. Double trout.
Told you it's a good hole.
Oh yeah, he brought us to the honey hole. Oh, this other one's jumping. He knows his friends are about to come in.
that's good.
Actually,
You want it to? I mean, we could turn the wild one loose. I don't want to kill a wild one.
no, we're not going to kill the wild. Like this one here, I thought was maybe wild, but you see how his fin is kind of beat up?
Yeah.
That's actually a holdover.
Look,
So what
He's been in
happens
there a
is
while.
when they've been in there a while, their fins change, and then their colors get better. So open up your bag. We'll keep this.
Here.
Well, we've got our hands full. Let me pitch him back in here. Oh, it's hard to do when you've got a fish in your hand.
Here, you want me to grab him?
I'm struggling.
Sorry.
You're on that rock. Here. How many fish do you want to keep?
I don't want to take too much. I hate to take a load of fish out of a stream.
4 or 5, something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically that's a good idea.
I mean, we got a stock stream 5 minutes away from our cabin, so
Well,
there's
and
no need to.
fishing the way that we are now is usually very good on stock trout. So, were you
Daddy, you
getting a
got
good
one.
amount
Look.
of hits?
Look there.
That might be another stock one. We might have our limit here, boys. I told you it's a good hole.